What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, Mr. Duga, coming at y'all with another video, man. And today, man, I'm going to talk about today's Elite Eight matchup. You had the East Region Final. The number 2 seeded Michigan State Spartans beat the number 1 seeded Duke Blue Devils 68-67 to advance to the Final Four. And, yeah, basically to advance to the Final Four. All those explosions that y'all hearing outside of y'all houses right now that's going off everywhere, you know, you can hear one right there. That's brackets blowing up everywhere. Like, that's brackets blowing up everywhere, yo. First off, man, I want to say, man, before I get into this game and what I think about this game, and of course the future prospects, of Zion, RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish. First I want to give a big shout out, man, to not only to Michigan State for winning this game, but I also want to give a shout out to Zion Williamson, man, because what he's done is he's made college basketball fun for a lot of us, man. To sit there and be glued to your TV to see what he's going to do, to see what highlight reel dunk he's going to have, to see what highlight reel block he's going to have. He brought a lot of excitement to the sport of college basketball, man. Now, I don't know about his NBA prospects going forward. As I'm on record saying, me personally, if I had the top pick, I would take Ja Morant over him because I feel like Ja Morant is a more prototypical point guard. And I feel like, Zion, you got to he's dominating in college, but it's mostly doctors and lawyers out there. I don't think you could just overpower NBA players like that at 6'7". So I feel like he got to get a little more leaner and get more of a consistent jumper, to really, really be effective, unless he goes into like a Draymond Green facilitator defender role, But man, this was another great ball game, man. Duke luck finally ran out, man. I mean, bruh, like for the UCF game with the ball rolling around the rim, for the Virginia Tech game with the perfectly called, perfectly executed play, and homeboy for Virginia Tech just couldn't put an easy shot in the basket to send it to overtime. Duke been playing with fire, man, and today it finally caught up with him, man. When you got a great coach like Izzo, man, and you got a really solid point guard, in Cassius Winston, that's the recipe to take down such a juggernaut in Duke, man. And man, those out of timeout plays that Izzo was drawing up, man, that was something of beauty, man. Including the one, it was a couple that he called that they didn't even execute well. But, the big shot, the goings at the end, man, to have the confidence in a fifth-year senior who didn't really have the greatest game up to that point. And, I mean, he switched that thing. I mean, he knocked that thing down with total confidence, all nothing but net, man. And for them to come back on the other end, and get the, RJ Barrett, they fouled RJ Barrett, but for him to miss the free throw, man, make the second one that he was miss the first one that he was trying to make, and make the second one that he was trying to miss, then for them to get the inbounds pass, and like Grant Hill said on the call, man, I ain't never seen Cassius Winston move that fast before, man. I'm out there looking like, man, he just got an old school Paul Pierce type of persona where he don't move fast at all. He's not athletic at all, but he always gets to his spot. But in that moment, man, he ran like a dog was chasing him, man. So like he didn't get fouled. And Michigan State hung on for the win, man. Shout out to them. It makes me, as an LSU fan, quite honestly, man, it makes me feel a little not so, as bad about our loss Friday. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, okay, well, you know what? Hey, we lost to the team that took down Duke. So, maybe we shouldn't feel so bad about the loss, man. Maybe Michigan State really is like really, really legit like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, big time game, man. Big time game, big time win for Michigan State, man. And like I said, as for Duke, man, I'm gonna say this about RJ Barrett, man. I feel bad for the young man, because obviously he missed that critical free throw. He missed a three-pointer before that, that could have possibly gave him the win. So, I feel bad for him for that standpoint. But it's something that I thought about that he said earlier this season, man. And my message to all, if there's any young kids watching this video, man, that especially that's into sports, and it's something that I try to, try to install in my kids. Like, when you an athlete, man, stay humble, man. Stay humble, because earlier this season, I remember Duke beat Virginia on the road, and they interviewed R.J. Barrett, and Duke was wearing their black jerseys, and he made a comment like to say, we wear black because it's other teams' funerals. Like, you don't hear Zion saying nothing like that. You didn't hear Cam Reddish saying nothing like that. You didn't hear Trey Jones saying nothing like that. But why you got to come out there and say something so obnoxious, so brazen, you know what I'm saying? So disrespectful, And lo and behold, the season ends today with you missing a free throw, basically. Like, that's how it happens all the time, bro. When you come out there and you just be so disrespectful and act like, you just the greatest thing since sliced bread, like, a lot of time when the season ends, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zion did what he do. You feel me? Zion did exactly what he does, man. Like, Zion ain't never said no crazy stuff like that. So why you got to come out here, oh, yeah, it's other team's funeral? Well, today is your funeral, R.J. Barrett, as far as the team, of course. It's Duke's funeral today. Winning a national championship, man, is hard. I don't care how great, especially in this sport where it's a one-game tournament. Like, anything could happen in one game, man, especially when you're going up against teams with coaches like Tom Izzo and veteran players like Cassius, Winston, and programs like Michigan State who are used to being, in big games. Like, don't just come here thinking you about to just come in here and just run away with everything, man. I hope for his sake, man, this is a humbling experience and a learning lesson for him as he goes on into the NBA, man. Like, humble yourself, man. Take your opponent seriously, man. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing, he need to work on getting a right hand. Like, he need to work, like, they might as well take his right hand off when he out there, man. He need to work on getting a right hand. But big time win for Michigan State, man. It was a great game to watch. I know a lot of people down feel like the Final Four rating is going to drop now since it's no Duke, it's no Carolina, it's no Kentucky, it's no Kansas. But I tell you what, I'll be watching. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be watching, I'll be doing these videos also, man. Shout out to Michigan State, man. Y'all try to tell me how good y'all team was before we played y'all. I'm a believer now, man. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go on, give me a subscribe, man. I'm going to have NCAA basketball content throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.